So this happened today, which is pretty freaking crazy. Microsoft bought Activision. Microsoft now owns Activision, which means they also own everything that is under Activision as well, which is crazy. I mean, y'all thought like Bethesda was a big purchase. Microsoft spent $68.7 billion, not million, billion with a B, $billion to acquire Activision. That is an insane amount of money, dude. Like that's from a business standpoint, yo, this is a huge move. This is crazy because now this means Microsoft now owns Call of Duty, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Overwatch, and a million other games, right? Millions of other things. All of these are probably gonna get put on Game Pass at some point. Game Pass is literally probably like one of the biggest, most crazy, like leading subscription-based things that you could have in 2022. Game Pass is huge. Game Pass has taken over the gaming industry, which I like Game Pass. I think it's great. So here's what's crazy, right? This happened, and it's kind of like one of these things where I'm like, I'm cautiously optimistic, I think is the best way to put it. Mainly because, you know, with all of like the Activision Blizzard drama that's been happening for so long and all the corruption that's been exploited within Activision and all this stuff, you know, I'm really hoping that Microsoft actually buying them is, you know, they're actually gonna set some things right. That's the hope, right? That's the hope. And I really think with, you know, the way that Phil Spencer has been going about things, I'm thinking that's the case, which would be sweet. Yeah, Xbox now owns Crash, which is crazy because, oh my gosh, like going all the way back to like the days whenever I was a kid, right? It was like Mario was Nintendo, Sega had like Sonic and everything, but Sony had Crash. Like Crash was like Sony's mascot, dude, back in the day. And now that Microsoft owns Crash Bandicoot, that's really like the only thing I care about. I don't care much about Call of Duty. They can do whatever the freak they want with that. I really only care about my son. This is all I care about. Now that they own Crash, that is a power play. And I'm not like upset about it, but yeah, it is pretty insane, right? Master Chief as a COD skin? Bro, I want Master Chief as a Crash 4 DLC skin. How about that? Minecraft Candy Crush collab. How about a Call of Duty Candy Crush collab? Where like all your guns they just shoot candy. The thing I want to talk about is like, okay, does this mean all of these IPs and all of these games that these companies under Activision have pumped out, are they, you know, are future titles only gonna be, are they gonna be Xbox exclusive? So for example, are Call of Duty games from here on out only gonna be Xbox exclusive? Or is Crash and Spyro, are they only gonna be Xbox exclusive, right? I don't think so. To players out there who are playing Activision Blizzard games on Sony platforms, it's not our intent to pull communities away from that platform, and we remain committed to that. So, you know, them buying Activision, that doesn't mean everything's gonna be an exclusive. I think there's gonna be some Xbox exclusives that were on other platforms that are now gonna be exclusives, but again, I really only care about Crash. I don't think Crash is gonna be an Xbox exclusive, specifically because Crash has sold better on PlayStation in the past, and I feel like they would just be hurting themselves, sorry. I feel like they would just be hurting themselves if they only made it an Xbox exclusive. So this is actually encouraging to see, right? Microsoft plans to keep making some of Activision's games for PlayStation consoles, but will also keep some content exclusive to Xbox. So it gives me hope that Crash won't be an Xbox exclusive. I mean, I won't mind, but I'd prefer to play Crash on PlayStation. That's just me. It's possible, but like, you know, we don't know. We don't actually know. With the whole thing, I'm cautiously optimistic. I actually think it's gonna be a good thing that they bought out Activision. I think it's gonna be a good thing. At least from a business standpoint, it's a great thing for them. Now, the real question is Microsoft going to become like the Disney of video game companies, right? Are they going to become the Disney of video games, right? Like, that's the thing. That's actually the one thing I'm a little bit worried about, is the fact that, like, you know, Microsoft might be becoming more and more like a monopoly, with them acquiring all these companies and you know, making all these purchases, all these acquisitions. Are they going to become the Disney of video games? It's possible. I mean, this was a $70 billion purchase. I think it's possible, but I honestly hope that doesn't happen, because I don't think that's going to be great for consumers and for the gaming community as a whole. I don't really think any monopoly is great for most people, except unless you're on the business side of it, unless you are the monopoly, right? As much as you either love or hate Microsoft, at the end of the day, these companies are going to be looking out for themselves. You know, they are going to be making moves that are going to net them the most profit and make them the most money, right? Because it's a business, right? So again, I can see that happening. I kind of hope it doesn't, but I can see that happening, especially with this. This is a huge move, and it's going to be, I'm really interested to see if Sony is going to, like, do anything, right? Like, if they're going to do anything in response to this, because, you know, Microsoft just keeps on flexing and flexing. If you couldn't tell that Microsoft had stacks of cash from this purchase, dude, they're loaded, bro. Like, they are loaded. We'll see kind of how this plays out for Crash and Spyro in the future. I'm cautiously optimistic. I don't think it's gonna affect them too heavily, but yeah, I'm hoping that Microsoft, in doing this, just, you know, fixes some stuff going on in Activision and makes these companies better in the long run.